This is your daily market review for Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. Another amazing day in the market, trying to anticipate the moves versus react. If you're newer to the channel, please pay attention to what we're posting on Twitter and on YouTube and watching these recaps. There's a lot of gems, a lot of great information in this, and I appreciate all the love, support, donations, because I know people are absolutely knocking it out of the park. And again, keep in mind, we just potentially started the down move. Now, we'll talk about how the volatility is probably going to pick up a little bit. You're probably going to get some up and down near term, but either way, please trade around your positions. If you've got short dated options, take the profits when you got them as the market is moving in your favor versus trying to get swept on the backside of the volatility. All right, if you are new and you want to join the Discord room, link is in the description below. I appreciate everybody. Again, this is a good room, good place to be, good place to hang out and learn. If you're not following on Twitter, please subscribe here. I think it's simple, keep you abreast of what we're up to. If you're newer to trading, newer to the channel, newer to anything, and you want to learn, I have 57 back to basics videos, and they're all designed to help people understand how the market mechanisms work. Again, if it was all technical analysis, it would be easy as crap, and 5% of traders wouldn't fail. But they actually do. That's the sad part here. And so this is the stuff that you learn from your mistakes. And we're going to be getting into this part of the market very soon. And so if you're not familiar how the market works the last first three trading days of the month, you probably want to watch that video. On that, let's get into it. Bitcoin, high and tight up here, the 25,000 range over the downtrend. You need more information. You can't really call it bullish or bearish at this point. Choppy action. Oil, as we talked about, oil can go higher, pisses off the Feds. Feds have to raise rates. Oil dumps, then what? Market is slowing, recession is coming. It's just kind of in an in-between spot, and if you got to trade it, means take it off your watch list and leave it alone. I don't think the risk versus reward is in your favor unless you're betting on geopolitical instability and just that kind of trade, which, again, it probably will work, but when? That's the hard part. I think there's just easier trades out there. Again, nat gas. Said this was probably going to have a one handle. I mean, I use sentiment and what my friends, people I know, stock twits post. I mean, everybody loves natural gas. That's not how you bottom, y'all. If you've ever been around and seen a swing trade with us, the bottom starts when everybody gives up. Not when everybody's saying, oh, this is the bottom. That's not how it works. The dollar, make you holla. Holding up high and tight again. The reason why we were also continuously bearish. Remember, February 2nd started the down move in the market with chop, but the dollar bottomed. You see what's going on here? At this point, things that aren't bullish. It's just a matter of time before the dollar continues higher, chopping in a 4-day range. Now, again, if it hangs out for a little bit, who cares? TLT, things we talked about, 200-day, right? February 2nd, same thing. First and last 3 business days of the month. Tops and bottoms, potentially, or inflection points, either way. Here you go. Now back down to 100. Market ain't liking higher interest rates. Just keep that in mind. It's showing that the Fed's got to do more, not less. The VIX, you're welcome. They closed this thing on Friday at levels that I thought were a little suspicious, just to get people just, unsure. And here we go. Gap, 100-day. Gap and 100-day. Again, I'm anticipating tomorrow potentially a lower low gap trap in the AM. Take note of that. And then it probably could chop out as new money comes in at the end of the month, first of the month, potentially. Remember, window dressing. If the market's down a ton, sometimes it can keep going. But either way, the easy money near term, in my opinion, would probably be a little spike and then drop. And again, if you have your short positions, you're trading around your core, you can let some of this run. That's the whole point of this. It's not all or nothing trading. So you've got winners letting them run, sitting on your hands. And if the market comes back in your favor, meaning pops near term, then you can short more. SPY. Well, hello. So we talked about all day, like it was going to get under 400, just a matter of when, but it chopped around it for a few hours. Here you again, novice gap trap, top, and then it just took weeks, and now we're starting the move. I'd love to see it hit down here, maybe in the morning, and then rally back. I think you might be able to see this 404, 405, and if it higher and tight would actually bring you back up there much easier. but don't be surprised. I mean, that's part of the trend. Remember, the first dip should get bought. This has been a choppy top, so maybe it could go down deeper, lower, essentially, before it pops. Again, put in your notes. What are your levels? What would you look forward for a bounce? Because I wrote down in mine 404, 405 if we get one. QQQ, and I'll talk about each one of those. I have them on the Discord room. I'll post them on Twitter. I'd watch for the bounce up to 298 plus. Now could it get down to the 200-day? Again, potentially. Now, this move is over. That's the novice gap trap. Again, February 2nd just took a while. People are like, oh, it has to happen immediately. This is the problem with swing trading. Imagine this was a 10-minute chart. You wouldn't even be phased. But since it's the daily, you just can't keep your grip, your grimy hands from holding your shorts, keeping your pants on, essentially. Well, now here you are. The move is starting. We talked about the two, you talk about multi-top trap. Well, here you go. And now what? I think you just got to be patient. It'll get there when it gets there. I personally think at some point you will find the bounce back up here, and this would be an absolute lovely short. And if it doesn't, okay. I mean, you can't go wrong. Again, we're in a position to win-win. IWM, we are at the range lows. Wouldn't be surprised you got 189, 190, maybe even 991 if it does bounce. I think at near term this should be support, but we don't know. Now, could it wick out and then rally potentially, or it just doesn't really rise and it just shows you how weak the market is if some of the other names roll. And when I say roll, I mean like roll up higher. Gold, told you just to lay off of this. Now, again, it could pop geopolitical stuff, but the easy trade is shorting the GDX via dust, long dust. Holding here, we'll see. I mean, silver trying to play around. This is the thing that's so funny is the social media geniuses are just recommending buying metals for weeks and months. And it's like, dude, they're just not acting well. And you should have taken profits like we talked about. I mean, if you follow this channel, we got close enough to the top. Wasn't perfect. Got stopped out and then reloaded and then boom. And then silver gave, again, didn't really short silver, but shorted gold and the GDX. Speaking of the devil, GDX, I would watch for a bounce up near 29, 28 levels. Remember we talked about this being the top, the professional gap starting the move, and notice what happened, gap and then chop and then even more. I mean, miners are not immune from a slaughter in the market. Just keep that in mind. GDXJ, same thing. Talked about this head and shoulders top. Now, probably back to 36 would be somewhere, maybe 35s. Either way, not too concerned. Like these shorts and the miners are just staying on. I mean, I'm not really going to, I took what I wanted to around the 15 level last couple days, and I'm just going to let it ride. I think there's better opportunity in shorting tech, honestly, but I think worst case scenario, dust will go higher. AG, we talked about reasons why we didn't think miners were strong. I mean, this thing peaked in November, has been just heading lower. Some of the other ones held up better, like AEM, but then look what happened. Professional gap starts to move. Now, near term, it probably could chop because it just got freaking smoked. Look at the liquidity. So it probably needs a little pop, and if it doesn't, either way, holding dusty bottoms. Three amigos, my friend. Newmont, we talked about it would fail up here. J Solstice, what up, dog? Professional gap, and it's just trapping. I mean, it'll get there when it gets there. That's part of trading. Pass on it. We talked about it, hit channel highs. Watch. Let these things come on down. Let's get into it. Tech wrecker. The tech wrecker. AMD, I mean, man, you're filling the gap pretty soon. Probably going to bounce. I mean, my perfect scenario and like wishful thinking would take, obviously, sorry, I got to clean this up. Would take NVIDIA, AMD, all this stuff down and then rally back some at some point. AMD, I would think probably back to the 20-day, 200-day, 78 to 80 area if you're looking to reshort. Speaking of NVIDIA, earnings come out after the close tomorrow. I mean, if it's down, think of all the people buying puts. If it gets down in the mid 190s, I think it would probably rally back up to the 210. At this point, I just think keep it simple. If you have short-dated puts, you got to take them. If you got long-dated puts, you got to trade around them. I mean, they're not going to give you free money all the time. You keep it simple. Just keep that in mind. I think long-term, it probably would be a fart in the wind on the bounce. Wherever it does, it might last only a couple days. But be prepared for it. That's all. TAN, remember we talked about confirming, game over, Buffett dumping. You're welcome. Lower lows, probably going to confluence around 85, 86. And then if it bounced, I'd watch this 90 area. Love it. SMH took some Soxus off today just because getting close enough to what I think should be the bounce level, but maybe you could go back to 230. I mean, I have in my notes 230 to 235. I would love to see this thing bounce back to 240, 241. That's where I'd be looking to short more. And if it continues going lower, swell. How awesome would that be? Adobes, we talked about this would be in the Gap trap. Man, this thing has been a turd. Probably the 100-day. It had games at the 100-day before. I mean, again, I'm not really trading this. However, Apple, we are trading. We shorted this up in the 155, 160, 56 area. This was the day. Now it's dropping. I would think we bounced for 147 area, and then I would look for the 150, 151. That's would be my short. Reload. Amazon. Talk about things that don't confirm bullishness. I mean, this thing's been acting like crap. Again, a novice gap, professional gap, game over. It's just choppy, sloppy. I don't think it'll have... I mean, again, you can trade around it if you're in it. Congrats. I'm not in it, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I think it confirms weakness. Again, here's another one. February 2nd. Remember that day. Novice gap, tons of supposedly institutional money, chopping at the 200-day. Again, doesn't look that good. Google. Oh, ChatGPT turns into a nightmare monster. It wants to eat people. I don't know. Either way, again, people have been trying to buy the dip down here. I'm like, this thing is just a choppy, sloppy beast. I would leave it the hell alone. I mean, I'm not the type of person to try to pick bottoms and names that are acting like crap as the market's about to roll over. That just seems kind of stupid, but some people are looking at it. Meta shorted the pop on this one today on the news that they're putting Oculus with Tencent or whatever. Who cares? Whatever. Don't care. I mean, it just is what it is. Shorted the pop, expecting the flop. I mean, love to see it hold around here, but either way, I mean, just set this on your radar. Set this on your radar for shorting. Anything 175, 180, or sorry, 178. I mean, could we get up to 180s? I really doubt it. I really doubt it. But whatever. You do what you got to do and what's best for you. Just keep that in mind. I appreciate, the thought process here of shorting this and hoping it tanks to 150. It's just a matter of when, not if. Microsoft, all right, again, hope you're taking levels. Again, like that Netflix, or that Meta, 175, 179, I don't know. I think this might be your downside max near term. I would watch 257 to 260. That would be my guess. Again, all these names, things that aren't bullish. But keep in mind, off the first high, even if it's a little bounce, you get these bounces, right? I mean, it's just Microsoft's one of them. You get these little bounces, right? You get these little bounces. What was that, 343? I mean, that was a pretty big drop, 40, 50 points. But do the math percentages to now going from 270 down to 250. I mean, that's 10%. Could it find just a mini? Again, the higher we hold up, the less of the bounce, in my opinion, I'm hoping it's soon. Again, I'd love to bait more bulls in. I mean, that to me just would signify pain. NDAQ, we've been right on this one for months. Talk about the liquidities coming out of the NASDAQ stocks long term. They're pieces of crap, so the NDAQ is going to suffer. MicroStrategy, if you shorted this at 300, congratulations. Watch the 20-day. 20-day is your friend. If it breaks below it, could get sloppy. Just need to close and stay below it. You're probably coming back into whatever that confluence of all those. Netflix took some off here. Still think it probably gets to the 320 area, but we'll do it in a straight line. I don't know. We're at the old. I mean, this trend line sucks, but we're close enough for government work where either way, I'm happy taking the profits. If you shorted this thing up here or up here, I mean, you did pretty damn good. 20 points on the options. I mean, one option is $2,000. Not bad. And if you had a couple, you're paying your mortgage, paying your car payment, paying yourself, paying your taxes. You're feeling pretty good. I would look for a 347, 350 range. Re-short. Man, this broken record. Roblox. Man, wow. I didn't short this, but now I regret. But again, I've told you guys, I think this is a buyout target. But again, it confirms market weakness. That's all I really need to pay attention to. Tesla. Told y'all this was the exit candle. Oh, hold on. Let me stretch it out. I think, there you go. Game over candle right there. Now, if you shorted this morning, hell yeah. Just keep an eye on it. If you see a 207, 207, 208, add more. Add more shorts. That's my guess. Tesla Q, if it gets down like 44, I'm assuming something around there. All right, material names. Nucor. Tried to put on a short today at like 170, missed it, and then I looked around. Again, break the 20-day. That doesn't look good. But however, just keep in mind, the back of your head, that if there is Russia stuff, material names could fly. X, same kind of thing. Pop, flop. VALE. Well, that's a long wick. Yeah, I mean, this thing already peaked. So a lot of the stuff just doesn't look good. Caterpillar. Watch the 247 range. I think 245. Yeah, somewhere in this area if it bounces. Broke the 50-day. Would love one more test back. Oh, that'd be sick. Arrow, copper, again. Lower high, engulfing bar. Be careful. CCJ. We told you it was a matter of time if 29. If this thing would roll over. And guess what? The uranium bulls are going to yell at me like I jinxed it. And it's like, no, you don't get it. The market, nothing's safe. They throw a baby out with the bathwater. We're not there yet. We're not at that point where materials can just go higher endlessly. CF, really getting interest for this with nat gas as low as it's getting. But I still think you're going to get a slam. So it might take you down to this gap fill. Again, I like these names. It's interesting there's buyers down here, but I just don't think they're done yet. And if they are, well, it is what it is. Mosaic, same kind of thing. Double tap, 200-day, fail. I mean, all these things don't look bullish. And so I don't think they can go higher if the market's going lower. Same thing, hit the 200-day on NTR. Adios, amigos. AA, every reason to rally, banning, aluminum from Russia. It just doesn't look good. XLF, you're welcome. Told you had days to short this thing. Game on. Any pop to 36, absolutely add. I think this thing could get smoked. You do that. FAS gets you down into easily those levels that are right in here. I mean, I don't know about you. In the mid 60s, would you take that? If you shorted up here at 90.91, I'm not complaining. Are you complaining? I'm not complaining. JP Morgan, here you go. Breaking the 20-day, could not get over the range highs. I mean, all this stuff. It's just a matter of when, not if. It all goes, but you'd love to see some rallies. 20-day, talked about how it kept chopping up, holding the upper trend bound. Now, again, I mean, it just is what it is. 20-day breakage. Goldman Sachs, Jay Solstice, again, thank you. I love all the participation. We talked about you could short this thing. Under the 20-day, looking Gouda, XBI, wow, $4. Talked about they don't like higher interest rates. Well, interest rates higher. Goodbye. Again, I just lay off biotech. It's just been a choppy, sloppy mess. And if you study the past, like biotech will bottom when interest rates start heading lower. I just don't think we're in that range yet. Who knows what the level is? Just leave it alone. Solar, goodbye. TAN, you got to hold 74 area. Look out below potentially. Again, all these things are pops on shorts. ENPH, look out below. Here comes the channel. Sedge, if you shorted at 340 and you paid attention to this channel, high five. And it's just chopping. Feels like just a matter of when. First Solar, again, if you shorted this up in the 170s, up in the 180s, and traded around it, I would love to see it get a set 167, 170 area. That would be 160 now, whatever, that 20-day. I mean, that would be a gift. I think these things are going to get smoked. It's just a matter of when. If you got the shorts, let some ride. Let's end it in oil and just cut. I mean, this is not much to say today. Oil, I mean, it's just chopping. Let it alone. UNG, I said, God, stop buying. Please stop. And everyone, the volume, what's going on? I'm like, no, this thing has to reverse split. It's game over. XOP, my alarm went off today, but I ain't buying it. Oh, actually, I moved my old alarm at 129. I think you'll see lower prices. The market gets hit. And again, geopolitical stuff steps in. Then that's all off the table. Again, this is not the easy short, in my opinion. However, I am watching ExxonMobil because, again, fake breakout. Potential fail. There you go. I mean, watch this 50-day. I mean, this is ExxonMobil starts rolling. The market ain't safe, y'all. Occidental, again, this thing looks like crap. We've talked about it. Hits the 100-day. If it doesn't, man, you better hold the 59.60 area. PXD, we've talked about something's wrong here. I got someone just angry as crap at me on Stock Twits. I was like, dude, it looks like crap. Lower highs and lower lows and better hold. If it breaks the 200 level. 203, whatever. Goodbye. Adios, amigos. What is it? EQT? Yeah, just nothing special. Chop, slop, top, chop, whatever. Better hold this 30 area. Let's end it on FLNG because, again, we like this name because long term I'm seeing Congress buying this. And I think we're going to export a lot of cheap natural gas at some point. Watch what happens. Hit the 35 level and chopping. So, all right. If you got any questions, please reach out. I really appreciate all the love, support, donations. Again, people starting to realize, and again, the more you've been hanging out, you realize swing trading is hard, but it looks just like the 10-minute and 5-minute chart. It's just those candles take days to play out, and you got to give yourself time. The people who are all about instant gratification and trying to make small, again, and you can make good money day trading, but trying to make quick, fast money, just remember, you're going to miss things. So the nature of trading is if you want to do this easy and have a productive life and not sit here and watch the computers all damn day, then you got to learn to adjust. And most people can't, and that's the problem. The market, I tell people this all the time, play the guess the next candle game. If you can start doing that with confidence, and it works on the 10-minute, the hourly, whatever, the 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, now you're just projecting the future, and it gets a lot easier to see the swing trends. And you can also use that data for intraday action. So, hope that helps. Please be thoughtful. Hit me up if you have any questions. I appreciate everybody. Love you guys. Be safe out there, and let's make the week great. It's only going to probably get a little better, potentially, maybe a lot better, but either way, trade around your positions, manage your core. If you got options, you got to be more aggressive trading. That's just the nature of it. All right, talk to you later.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.